Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Tea in Trapeze. Today I'm going to talk about the craziness that's been going on. It's been weighing on me. So if you watched some previous vlogs, you know that a few events had to be canceled and it was like heartbreaking for me. We did a balance and brunch event that was supposed to be in Edison, New Jersey, and turns out the rigs weren't done properly, so we had to cancel the class. So it's like, okay, that's one mistake, Renee. And then I scheduled my first yoga retreat, and it was supposed to be in Jersey City. So the whole idea with the yoga retreats is it's the first trapeze, right? So instead of floor classes, you're going to be getting trapeze classes at local studios. Obviously, I'll be an instructor, as well as body art classes for the retreat. Body art is a completely different animal than yoga. There's like no yoga references at all. If anything, you want to say maybe one posture that we do utilize from yoga would be child's pose, or similar to child's pose. So, but we kind of make it a little bit different. But anyway, I digress. The idea with the retreat in Jersey City was to create this outline, activities, what we're doing this day, when we're having class. So I have this outline made, and I was like, all right, let's test it out in Jersey City and see how it goes. I don't know if it was maybe a lack of me promoting it so much, or it was just maybe because I selected the wrong weekend. Instead of selecting Columbus weekend, I selected the post-Columbus Day weekend. And it was just from sheer excitement of like coming back from Costa Rica and having that crazy experience that I had. And then the last 2 days of Costa Rica, it really like restored my faith in Costa Rica and the people there. It was so wonderful. I was like, everyone needs to come to Costa Rica and experience this. Not the community part of it, but the 2 days that I really was in Playa Tamarindo, surfing, getting to know the locals and shopping at the local shops. So it was really cool. But it was so inspiring. I was like, I want to bring people here. Like, I just felt like such a hateful time at the community. I just felt like I questioned everything, and it was so uncomfortable. But at the end, I felt so welcome between my friend letting me stay at her house and, coming to work with her so I could stay at the pool and everything. So that was really lovely. And I'm like, okay, my love is like restored here. And I was like so inspired. And the surfing lesson was like so amazing. The surfer instructor, he said, if you're excited, kill the nerves. He says, if you have butterflies in your stomach, kill the butterflies. I'm like, kill the butterflies? I don't want to kill the butterflies, But that's kind of what I kind of applied to my life now. It's like, okay, if you're excited, take a minute, take a moment. If you have butterflies, kill the butterflies. Like, you really need to focus on what's at hand. And so for my sheer excitement, I was like, okay, retreat in Jersey City, contact all these businesses, get all these donations, I got so many sponsors. It's so lovely that my first retreat I get so many sponsors, but it was the wrong day. And so with that said, it's revamped for like a few days, like maybe one day of the weekend. We'll have a cryo session, and we can follow up, maybe and go to a local restaurant. I'm still kind of like fine-tuning that, but I'm just going to send a mass email out to anyone who wants to attend. It's going to be like a discounted thing. But that really hurt, because I'm like, I can see it. Like, I know the retreat would be so much fun and people have such a good time. But it's like, damn, Renee, you made mistake number 2. So it's like, how do you fix it? And it's like, I mean, maybe I should, where is it? Okay, here we go. Maybe this should be like my Bible, and I should literally like carry it with me everywhere, because this is my planner. And when I was traveling, I didn't have it with me. Like Costa Rica, I tried to take as little as possible. And so I didn't, like, all I had was my computer, and I was like, okay, cool, when is Columbus weekend? Whatever, I digress again, but you live and you learn. So it's like, okay, Renee, how can I prevent making that same mistake again so future events don't get canceled? So that's something that I'm working through, but it like really weighed heavy on me. And I'm like, you know what? It's okay. And I always believe in signs. I believe like the most minimal things that you think of. No, that's not a sign. They are a sign. So I love these little wallets. I believe they're from like Lululemon or something. I have no idea. One of my clients gave them to me, and it says, do one thing a day that scares you. And I was like, oh my God, do one thing a day that scares you? Okay. So all of a sudden, like throughout, as time goes on, throughout the weeks and the days, I like see different quotes on here. And the one that stood out to me today is, that which matters the most should never give way to what matters the least. It's like, okay, that stuck with me. And then there was one more. Where is it? Okay, this one. This hit me, and then I hit record on the camera. Life is full of setbacks. Success is determined by how you handle the setbacks. So how I handle this setback is really what matters more than anything. Like, I can schedule 10 classes and 9 of them get canceled. Am I going to still proceed on forward to try to reschedule, to try to do this? you know, and it goes to like the psychology of it. It's like, damn, this girl cancels a lot, but it's like, sometimes some of the things are out of my control, but it's like, you have to keep pushing forward. And I have so many other like really fun ideas and stuff that I want to get you guys into, but how can I improve on my end, whether it's promotion or advertising or collabing? And I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions, like Renee, we don't see your advertisements enough, or, you know, if I don't direct you guys to the website, or, you know, if my website needs to be bigger, I don't know. But yeah, like, let me know, reach out. And so that was inspiring for me. That's why I was like, I need to hit the camera, you know, because it's like, all right, where's your focus? Like, is your focus on, oh my God, it's canceled, or is your focus on, okay, next one? So that kind of stuck with me today. And then I just want to read something that, these are the daily like affirmations and stuff that I read. So every day has a different reading, and today's reading I want to share with you. I'm not going to share the whole thing because it's kind of long. It says the vulnerability of dependence. Like, that right there alone is strong. The vulnerability of dependence. Okay. So it says we're all addicts in one way or another. We're addicted to our routines, to our coffee, to our comfort, to someone else's approval. These dependencies mean we're not in control of our own lives. The dependency is. Which is interesting, because if you think, along my journey, a lot of what I've experienced is a lot of other women coming to me like, oh my God, I would never travel alone. I would never go out for the movies alone. I would never go, you know. And it's like, why? Like, if you want to go do something, just go do it. You know, like the video I made in Budapest, it was like, you know, if I kept waiting for people, I wouldn't have experienced Budapest. I wouldn't have went to London. And I mean, there's a lot of things in my life that I wouldn't have experienced. Like the Tough Mudder was one of the first things that I've done for myself, that I was like, you know what, I'm done waiting for people, because you wait for people, you're going to be waiting forever. You know, and you're going to be robbed the experiences of life. You're going to be robbed from, you know, being in an environment where the people you want to meet are. You know, so it's like, okay, if you go by yourself, what I find from my experiences, going alone, people are more inclined to talk to you. Whereas if like you're with a friend or a group of people, you're kind of focused there, you know, and other people are not really like, it's not that they pay attention to you or whatever, but it's like when you're alone, it's just more inviting for other people to come up to you and approach you. That's what I find along my journey. I talk to anybody, but you know, whichever. So I'll continue. Anyone who truly wants to be free won't desire something that is actually in someone else's control unless they want to be a slave. Like, this is deep. The subjects of our affection can be removed from us at a moment's notice. Our routines can be disrupted. The doctor can forbid us from drinking coffee. We can be thrust into uncomfortable situations, which is so true with everything I've been planning that gets canceled, because I'm like relying on someone else. Like, it's not just me doing it, like whether it's a contractor setting it up, whether it's the Airbnb reservation, whether it's the donations from the sponsors. So there's a lot of collaboration here, and it's a team effort, you know, and if something falls lacking on one side, and I continue. This is why we must strengthen ourselves by testing these dependencies before they become too great. Can you try going without this or that for a day? Maybe your coffee, maybe your tea. I have tea all hours of the day. Sometimes I skip, but I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, I have to reflect on this a little bit more for myself personally instead of like business-wise, but can you put yourself on a diet for a month? Can you resist the urge to pick up your phone to make that call? Have you ever taken a cold shower? Yes, I have. But maybe for you guys, have you ever taken a cold shower to change up your habit, to change up your dependency? It is not so bad after the first couple of times, which is so true. Have you ever driven a friend's car while the nicer one you own was in the shop? Was it really that bad? Make yourself invulnerable to your dependency on comfort and convenience, or one day your vulnerability might bring you to your knees. Which is what I've experienced. Because it's a lot for me, time and effort-wise, and I get so excited. I'm like, oh my God, this is about to happen. And it doesn't happen. You know, so it's like, I can't let it break me. I have to take the setback and forge forward. You know, there's been a lot of beautiful things happening, and I feel like energy-wise, there's a lot going on, whether people are going through things as well. It's very interesting. Clients come up to me and other friends that they're going through things energetically, and they just don't feel like they have the time. They feel spent, and I feel like it's the transition of the weather as well that's kind of wearing on us, because I feel like it's been cold and we're like really quickly going into fall. I don't know, but every year it changes. And I mean, not only does the environment change, but we change from our environment as well. Whether it's, you know, being in Costa Rica, whether it's being in New York, You know, whether it's, you're changing a job, or you're changing an apartment, or you're changing the way you eat, like, that's something to consider as well. You know, so there's a lot of changes in addition to everything else that's going on outside your business, outside your career, but also internally within yourself. So yeah, guys, it's been quite a day for me. But life is full of setbacks. Success is determined by how you handle the setbacks. I love this little wallet. But every day, there's like, every other day, every week, there's like a new one that sticks out to me. So that really stuck out to me. And I just wanted to share it with you. So maybe there's some setbacks that you're experiencing as well. Don't be discouraged. Definitely push on forward, because it's just going to build your mental strength. It's going to build your physical strength. You know, nothing ever comes easy. And as I was talking to Stephanie, the one who's doing the floor certification from October to January, you know, she had this whole thing set up. She had like 10 people signed up. Something happened. The location had to shut down, so she had to find a new location. People dropped, so she only had like 3 people from the 9. And she needed like 2 other people, so she reached out to me. We did a collaboration, and I believe she was able to get the 2 other people. But I even said to her, I'm like, girl, every time you try to do something the first time, it doesn't work out. It is just like the way of the world. Whether it's a training, whether it's the first time opening a class, opening a studio space, like there's always some kind of challenge, I feel like. But you just have to press on and work your mental and physical muscles. So guys, there's anything that's a setback, keep pushing forward. It is nothing, it's doing nothing but increasing your mental strength, your physical strength, and just really how much more you want it, and basically what's your why. Like my why for this is really to get everyone upside down to experience the relief, the back tension release, and it might not be amazing for some people, but they can definitely recommend it to other people that are having back issues, because the idea is you want to put the work into healing yourself and mending yourself and creating your life, instead of putting your life in the other hand, in someone else's hands, whether it be a doctor, whether it be, you know, relying on the dependency of a cup of coffee. But like, life is in your hands, and the sooner you realize that, the better. So until next time, peace, love, trapeze, and yeah.